is Jewelyn and Hoku. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Thursday's check-in. It is the second to the last Thursday of 2022 and Hoku and I are back in Las Vegas. I haven't counted how many pop-ups I did this calendar year with the shop, but we just wrapped up my third holiday season with my small business and I wrapped it up in the Bay Area. So I did a lot of driving this past weekend and I drove back to Las Vegas. So we're finally in dance mode. I am dancing for almost a month straight and I won't be back in Santa Monica until the middle of January. So pray for the plants. I'm shifting gears now as I'm dancing for the holiday season and preparing for my first pop-up of the year, which will be the middle of January at my neighborhood, sort of neighborhood, but my local market that I do on Sundays. And I'll announce that on future Thursday's check-in. So if you are in Southern California and would like to come see the shop and meet me in person, you can plan for that. With that being said, I did bring over a few plants that I wanted to transition to the Las Vegas collection. And speaking of which, I did give a bunch of my plants in Santa Monica away as Christmas gifts, which I know I mentioned in the past that I was going to do that. And when I'm back in California a month from now, I will share maybe updated plant tours so you can see the size of the collection now with me gifting plants away and transitioning the collection to Las Vegas. Every now and then I'm bringing plants over because now I can see what plants do really good here throughout the year. Say thank you everybody for supporting the channels. So I'll let you go down so you can hang out. So now that I've been transitioning plants throughout I've been staying here at this house for over a year now, I can see what plants do really good. I do have some house plants here. I do have some cacti here, but for the most part, I try to just stick to cactus and succulents when it comes to integrating plants to this collection because of where I am in the world. It's Las Vegas. Right now, it's super cold during the winter season, and then during the summer season, it is extremely hot. So I try to not have any plants outdoors. I do want to share with you one of the plants that I did bring over, which I was trying to get a variety of plants to transition here. And one of the plants that I brought over this time around is one of my largest crested Aeonium sunburst variegata. I decided to bring this one over because I know for sure I want to keep this plant in my collection. And I don't really have a lot of Aeoniums in the Las Vegas collection, and Aeoniums would do really well here. So I brought over two Aeoniums, one crested and then one that's not crested, which was probably in a Pot of Fame video or in my top 10 series that you are going to be seeing in the upcoming Monday videos. But I wanted to share with you just the size of it and how well it's doing. And I really hope that it loves living here. I've had this plant in my collection for several of years. I'm gonna forever be a crested Aeonium fan. And I've never had any issues with it in Santa Monica. So let's see how it does in Las Vegas. And I'm really obsessed with crested Aeoniums. And as far as for the planter, because it is super top heavy and really wide, this is the planter that I've had it live in its entire life since it's been with me. Do I like the aesthetic of it? With the aesthetic of the plant, not so much. But I've never had any issues with this falling over because the planter was maybe not heavy enough and this was top heavy. So I think the ratio of the weight and the height of the planter evens out with the weight of the plant and the width of the plant. So for now, it's living in here and I really don't want to touch the plant as far as for replanting it in a different kind of planter. But comment down below if you guys are huge fans of Aeoniums, and if in your part of the world do you guys have Aeoniums and are they common or uncommon when it comes to crested ones. I am a sucker for crested Aeoniums. So that is one of the plants that I brought over to Las Vegas, and I'm looking forward to see how it does in the upcoming year. And with the shop taking a 1-month break from doing any pop-ups, I really wanted to focus on creating a new sun catchers for the shop. And I had a really great time doing my last 2 pop-ups of the year in the Bay Area. The people there are so like thoughtful when it comes to admiring my artwork, whether they purchase something from me or not. So it's always nice to receive a positive feedback of my work. And I never know, like a true artist, what I'm gonna create when I'm pouring. Even when it comes down to colors and aesthetics, I never know. So I wanted to share with you guys an update of one of the pieces that I shared on a past Thursday check-in. And these are beautiful epiphyllum blooms. And I decided with some asparagus fern from my yard to create a sun catcher with it. And this is my largest sun catcher I ever created, and it's gorgeous. I created this on my last pop-up of the year. As you can see, there's just tons of crystals and star charms, and I love the aesthetics of this. So this one is up for sale. I wanted to create a really statement piece when it comes to a sun catcher, which I have done in the past, but nothing like this. So I'm really happy with the way how this turned out. I can see this up against like a wall by a window, and it is translucent, so whatever color wall you have, this would really pop up and stand out. This took me over 1 week to create, so it did take me a while to pour, and then of course like sitting down over the weekend at the markets, just figuring out the setup. It just kind of comes to me. I never ever plan it. So this one is up for sale, and I wanted to just bring a few of the sun catchers that I created over the weekend that are plant themed. There's a handful that I created that are not plant themed, and this is going to be up for sale on the web shop along with the others that I'm going to show you. So comment down below, what do you guys think about the setup of this beautiful piece? And of course it comes with the Jewel of Hawaii charm, which I really love. And I mean, yeah, this is just such a stunning piece. I'm really proud of this one, and it is my largest sun catcher that I've created. And on the moon theme, I decided to create another gorgeous, if you can see really good, Cressula ovata moon. It's Cressula ovata season. My mother tree in my yard is in bloom. I did pick twice, harvesting blooms and putting it into silica gel before I left. And I love creating these one-of-a-kind art pieces with them. And whenever I create, even though if I'm pouring in the same mold, my pieces are never the same. And even if I use the same type of blooms, it's never going to be the same. And that's the fun thing about my art pieces. So this one has some crystals here. And then I created some matching resin star charms and then more crystals. So this is my newest moon, Cressula moon, and this one is up for sale as well. And I will share with you just the vibe of both moons. They're both great, and they're both plant theme, of course. And I love working with the dry blooms, and I never know what it's gonna turn out. So it's very, very fun for me to create with these pieces. Another one that I wanted to share with you that is plant themed is my cactus sun catcher. It has a large chunky crystal on the bottom and different shades of green. I've created something similar like this in the past. They always sell, so I wanted to create another one. And I always try to have my pieces in different size so they match different budgets, and of course different themes of wherever the pieces are going, especially like if they're gifts, you never know. So say for instance, this is my smallest moon. See, inside of the moon I have some dried Cressula ovata in there and the rabbit's foot fern. I sold something similar to this setup over the weekend, and so I decided to create another one. But as you can see, very, very different when it comes to size of my larger moons. So this one is up for sale. So I just wanted to share with you some of the plant themed sun catchers that I created over the weekend. And I'm really happy with all of the pieces that I created to wrap up my 3rd season with the shop. And I look forward for another calendar year and see where the shop takes me, because the cool thing about being the owner of my small business is that I can decide where I want to be, when I want to be at these markets, and we'll see when I go back to the Bay Area. Last year I did June, this year I did November and December, and I want to take the shop out up north to the Bay twice a year. So we'll see, maybe I might do March or April to switch it up, and then see, maybe I will go back in November to do my 2nd pop-up of the year. But it was very nice to see subscribers in that part of California, and to just like meet other small business owners as well. And if you haven't watched this past Monday's video, 2 Mondays back, you would have seen the plant section of my Sunday pop-up that I did in the Bay that was all plant themed with plant vendors, which is also super cool. So that's my favorite market to do. It's just a lot of different makers, and then they have that plant section, which of course, if you're a plant person, you can appreciate. And I would like to also talk more to the plant vendors, but I feel like they weren't in a very open, talkative mood, which I think is kind of strange, because I find that people who are into plants are super talkative. But I'll just leave it as that. And that's it pretty much. Since my last Thursday check-in, I was busy with doing my last pop-ups of the year and just creating a lot of art, because I knew I was going to be away from Santa Monica for about a month and not creating anything. So my 2 weeks in Santa Monica, which I haven't been in Santa Monica for that extended period of time, and I don't know, over a year, I just focused on creating new pieces and my small business. So now that I'm here in Las Vegas, I can work on rebranding my channels, which you will probably see in the upcoming videos over the weeks, that I'm like rebranding myself. And you know, I'll see where my content goes with both of the channels. Of course, sticking with plants on this channel, and sharing my daily life and solo travels on the 2nd channel. I will also do a plant talk Q&A. Maybe I'll do that for next week Thursday's check-in, since it's the last Thursday check-in of the year. And I'll talk about my plant goals and the things that I would like to do for the upcoming year for my plant life. That is something I definitely like to do at the end of the year. And I decided that I'm going to do Planting with Jewelyn Plant Awards when my grandma is back at the end of January, because she's been doing it with me since the start. And I think it's really sad now that like she's not here right now, and then Ebby's not here. So I'm gonna wait for her to come back to California, and then I'll go ahead and film that, and she'll be on that episode. And I know you guys like to see grandma as well. She doesn't know this. So grandma, you are going to be coming back to California. We're gonna be filming Planting with Jewelyn Plant Awards. And we'll see how the plants are when I'm back in a month. But the weather now in California is cold, so I think they're gonna be okay. And also my greenhouse is still standing and doing good, so I'm glad I was able to do that for the upcoming plant years. Hopefully no issues with the greenhouse. And I would like to just, I think when my grandma's back in town and we're back in California together, I want to go through each plant in the collection and really look at the condition of the plant. Do I like the planter that it's in? Do I want to maybe like regroup plants? Like if I have 2 plants that are the same type of plant, if I should just put it in one planter. Like I have a lot of restaking to do, so there's a lot of work to do with the collection back home. And hopefully the weather will be a little bit more outdoor friendly when I'm back in California. But that's kind of it. This week is Christmas, so for those of you who celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. I'm going to go to church service on Christmas Day. That is my only day off from dancing because my job is closed on Christmas Day. But besides that, I'm dancing every night. And I am also looking forward to wrapping up the year here and just focusing on like my content creator life as well as my small business, working on the web shop. I'm slowly adding more things on the web shop as well, because I have so many things and every single thing I create is an individual piece, so it takes me forever to get things up on the web shop. And sometimes I create something and it sells right away at a market, so that makes things even more difficult for me to keep track of. So I'm kind of thinking about how I want to set myself up in the new year when it comes to planning and creating content for both of the channels, as well as how I want to evolve as a small business owner on keeping track of what sells, what doesn't sell, and things like that. Because I just know overall in general with my small business, people tend to love everything I make. Not one thing sells more than the others. Of course, like my earrings are super popular and people tend to gravitate towards that, but then my sun catchers and my bookmarks and my keychains and my magnets do very well too. So I'm gonna there's a lot of things to focus on as I prepare myself for the new calendar year. Comment down below if you guys are doing the same thing this time of the year, and if you celebrated Hanukkah, or if you're celebrating Christmas, or just celebrating just this time of the year, wrapping up the year and preparing for the new year. Comment down below how you are spending this time of the year. And as far as for like anything Christmas related, I am not doing anything but going to church Sunday morning. And I never have Christmas decorations. I think one, because I don't have any kids, and two, I'm always traveling, and three, I have so many plants that my space is just full of plants, and I don't want to hoard Christmas decorations all year long. I rather like be outdoors and enjoying the trees out in nature covered in snow versus like in my house, and just I'm focusing on the upcoming year. So I think that's where I am in life now, but there's definitely no Christmas decorations. But I am in theme with the time of the year when it comes to like what I'm wearing when I'm dancing this time of the year. So very like holiday style type of costumes. And that's pretty much it. And Hoku and her holiday pajamas. But comment down below if you're doing anything special this week for the holiday weekend. And I'm so thankful that I survived another year, you know, keeping up with both of the channels, doing daily uploads. I tried my best. I mean, there was like some times of the year where I didn't have any internet or any electricity, so I couldn't push out videos. But for the most part, with my travel schedule for this year, I think I did pretty good when it comes to keeping up with daily videos. I want to say for now, I'm going to continue to do daily videos, but if I miss an upload, don't be alarmed. But I'm trying my best to get through the 2.5 months worth of content that I have sitting on the channels, so that you guys can see how I wrapped up my last quarter of the year. But Travel with Jewelyn Italy is going live now, and I think I have maybe 7 episodes or so. So if you are not subscribed to the vlog channel Jewel of Hawaii, you can find the link on the homepage of this channel, and you can keep up with my solo travels around the world and my daily life outside of the main channel. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing another Thursday check-in from Las Vegas, the 9th Island, and I will see you here next week Thursday for the last Thursday check-in of the year. I'm going to be doing some plant talk Q&A and talking about my my wrap-up thoughts of my plant year, as well as my upcoming plant life goals that I would like to achieve for the upcoming year. I will see you then. Until next time, aloha from Las Vegas, Nevada, the 9th Island. Happy planting, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year. My favorite. Hi, good morning. Hoyas, huge fan of them. Ooh, plant art. Love that. Ooh, Begonias. I love begonias. Love making art with them. Very cool. Earrings, jewelry. Very cool. More plants. My favorite section of the market. I need to be in here. Begonias. Look at how pretty. More plants. Very cool. So this is the plant section. I need to be in here with these vendors. Thai constellation. Love the variety of plants. Tradescantias. Hope you guys enjoyed that quick walkthrough. Sometimes people give me like weird looks that I'm like filming them. Try to be a little bit cognito. So that's the plant section. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Love seeing other makers, candles and jewelry. Okay, good job, good job, good job. Okay, come on, let's go.